Well, the FBI's Kash Patel has just dropped a rather cryptic message on X. And what's interesting about this particular cryptic message is it comes after some pretty massive announcements. I think, to be quite frank with you, someone is going to finally answer for their crimes. And I believe that wholeheartedly. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take months, maybe even a year for all of this to go down. But a lot of this information is getting missed by even alternative media. And that's why I wanted to post today, because there is a lot more. And when you put it all together, there is bombshell claims that arrests, indictments, and court sessions could very well be in the future for some big name people. But as a quick reminder, please make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. Hit that sub button and push that like finger for the video. But with that, let's dive in to first what's going on, and then I'm going to get into that cryptic message by Kash Patel. Let's take a look at all the different investigations that are now underway by the Donald Trump, good Lord, administration. Here's Fox News. Christopher Wray referred to DOJ over claims he misled lawmakers on the Catholic memo and the China probe. So here we have Christopher Wray finally having to answer for some of the things that he did, and they are now referring him to the DOJ. Hallelujah. But it's not just him. Also, Brennan and Comey. FBI launches criminal investigations of John Brennan and James Comey. According to DOJ sources, CIA Director Ratcliffe referred Brennan for criminal investigation to the FBI, so sources told Fox News. So here we have three people: Christopher Wray, James Comey, John Brennan, and it's not just them. Let's move on a little bit. This is the Epic Times. DOJ files misconduct complaint against the judge handling key deportation cases. We're talking about District Court Chief Judge James Boberg, who just so happened to be the one that was put in charge of all these judicial strikes against the president. He had like half the case, or a good chunk of the cases, obviously not half. So here is our fourth name that is getting looked into. And then we also have the Department of Justice honors Senate Judiciary Committee's request for investigation related to Clinton email, her whole email scandal. This was as of July 21st. So the DOJ is requesting, and they're honoring that information. This is now the fourth name that has something going on surrounding them. Then we also have authorities launch a probe into former Trump prosecutor Jack Smith. This is the fifth person allegedly because of illegal political activity. And Jack Smith, we all know it's a political stunt. He's the one that went after Donald Trump for all these different cases, two of which got dropped, by the way. We have the criminal probe being one of those, and the classified documents held at Mar-a-Lago, the raid, the whole 9 yards. Well, this Chamoke is finally going to hopefully get what he deserves. That's five people. And then we also have six, the probe into Joe Biden administration and the auto pen scandal. That's a lot of people that the FBI is suddenly investigating, looking into, throwing stuff out in that direction in some way, shape, or form. This is huge. And when you see all these people together, and that's what I think a lot of people are not putting together. You get one story over here, and you're not getting the full account of what's going on. Six separate people and six or investigations. This is actually more than six if you take the auto pen scandal. There's a lot more that's being looked into, specifically in his aides and whatnot. And look, I'm not saying all of these people are going to have to answer for their crimes. Look, we've got corrupt judges who will go and drop cases in the whole 9 yards. So we have to keep that in perspective, right? But either way, I think we are going to get answers. And I say that because of what FBI Kash Patel director has just said. And before I share that, I got to tell you, give a shout out to restrictedrepublic.com. I want to encourage you guys, sign up there. We have exclusive inside information I'm sharing there, not anywhere else. Sign up today. Use the coupon code Lisa and the number 5 to get it for $5 per month. That's less than a cup of coffee, less than a glass of wine even today. So please sign up there and get more intel, because you're not getting it all on these controlled platforms. But with that, what is this mystic message by Kash Patel? And again, this message comes after after all the announcements of the DOJ filing stuff, misconduct, and all these people who are getting looked into. But here's what he says. And everybody missed it, but here it is. And he just published this August 2nd, right? But here's what he says. In 2017 and 2018, I proved the Steele dossier was fictitious intelligence weaponized by corrupt FBI officials to deceive a federal judge and unlawfully spy on the presidential candidate, Trump's campaign, all paid for by his opponents, aka Hillary Clinton, DNC. The media called me a liar. Now I'm the FBI director. We just uncovered burn bag rooms filled with hidden Russiagate files, including the Durham Annex, and declassified them. Right? Once again, I released the prior FBI's own documents and exposed the truth. And the same media is yet again calling me a liar. Maybe this FBI will release more docs directly from the FBI headquarters so we can see who's lying. Please do. Wouldn't want to deprive the fake news of more bogus Pulitzers. And then he puts this, and then, ... What does that mean? And then. So he talks about how the media is corrupt, lying about him. And then he says, I have more information that, well, I'm going to release, or maybe I should release. That can really put the media in their place. Maybe he has information on some kind of collusion between them and the mainstream media. Who'd have thought? Right? Because we all know Project Mockingbird, although it was stopped, is still kind of going on because Tulsi Gabbard came out, and this is on Zero Hedge, and she basically said the media, Operation Mockingbird, still targeting Americans. And she said in this interview, I'm not going to play it because I played it some earlier on Restricted Republic, but she comes out and she says, look, even though it may not have that project name, we all know there is collusion between these intelligence communities and the mainstream media. And again, we also have this post by FBI director. But I think it's more than just talking about the media, because he's bringing in the FBI, what the information they have, how they uncovered rooms, and how, yeah, they were spying, right? All of this has been proved by this administration about all this corruption. I honestly think the end then means we're going to take action. Someone is going to finally answer for the crimes committed by this. Cue all these investigations that are going on. Bam. That's about all I got to say in today's broadcast. I got to tell you, it's not going to take days. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen in even 6 months. When you're putting these high-profile names and you're investigating them, it's going to take time, folks. Don't expect a miracle to happen overnight. We're talking about some pretty big-name people, and I believe there are going to be more coming down the pipeline, right? So heads held high, keep everything up, and keep your eyes wide open, because I think some good things are going to happen. With all of that, I love you guys. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.